We'll start in a comfortable seat. I am on a meditation cushion. If you don't have that, you can sit up on your cushion or whatever is comfortable. You can be cross-legged, you can be in easy seat. And then allowing yourself to arrive. So finding that the shoulders are relaxing down and away from the ears, the palms, up or down. Just notice what you did naturally without thinking. Palms down is a little bit more grounding, and palms up is a little bit more energizing. Allow yourself to close the eyes or have a soft gaze. And start to take in what's happening around you. If you can hear noises in the other room or outside of your home. And start to notice how you're feeling, what you're carrying, what is heavy. Notice how your breath feels. When we are stressed or carrying that anxiety or that uncertainty, we tend to have our breath very shallow in the chest. We can't take that deep, nourishing breath. See if you can bring the breath all the way down into the diaphragm. And then when you exhale, when you're able to take that full breath, exhale through the mouth. We're going to keep trying to incorporate that deeper, longer exhale. So taking your hands and making very gentle, loose fists, having the thumb right over the fingers and have the fingers pointing up in your lap. This is called 10-finger pranayama. We're going to breathe together, inhaling through the nose, and we'll exhale through the mouth. On your next inhale, take that deep breath in and extend the thumb on your left hand. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, extend the pointer finger on the right or left hand. And exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, extend the middle finger on the left hand. And exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, extending the ring finger on the left hand. And exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, extend the pinky finger on the left hand. And exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, extend the thumb on the right hand. And exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, extend the pointer finger on the right hand. And exhale through the mouth. Inhale. Extend the middle finger on the right hand. And exhale through the mouth. Inhale, extend the ring finger on the right hand. And exhale through the mouth. Last one, deep inhale in through the nose. Extend the pinky finger on the right hand. And exhale through the mouth, completely empty. Taking a few moments to notice how that feels. And my boy cat Link has joined us for class. They have been glued to me this whole time, which I'm very grateful for, spending more time with them. Maybe your breath was able to deepen with that exercise. Setting any intention that you can connect with to a reason why you're on your mat practicing. Maybe something that you can let go of that is heavy, that is not serving you. And giving yourself that gratitude for showing up for yourself and giving yourself time on your mat. We'll start this evening in a supported child's pose. So you can take that rolled up blanket behind. That can be used for in between the legs. You'll take that cushion, whatever you're using, and have that in between the thighs in front of you. And setting up any support underneath. You can change the height of this, whatever is comfortable for you, to be able to rest your whole torso down. I prefer it with one block. You can have a blanket for underneath the cheek, and then you can take that rolled up blanket in between the legs to add some more padding. Making sure you're able to fold forward and rest your whole torso on that support. My glasses get in the way and my ear pods get in the way, but bringing your cheek down and your whole torso is supported. So when you breathe, the breath comes into the side body and the back body, opening the back of the heart. Again, we're emphasizing the heart this evening. Letting the breath untangle, unravel all those knots inside. And allowing yourself to get heavy here. We talked about support last time, allowing the props in the ground hold you up, trusting that they're there to support you, and trusting that you can let go. I will tell you when to turn your gaze to the opposite way, so pick a cheek to start with. Each pose that we take should be comfortable, so making any adjustments that you need. We hold the poses anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. So you have plenty of time to get comfortable. There's no rush. Allow yourself to relax your muscles, any muscular effort. Every heart needs to heal at one point or another throughout the course of a lifetime. And like I mentioned, we're all going through this collectively. We need to be able to soothe our own heart. Our heart is what helps us be compassionate and teaches us to trust and transform us into loving human beings that we are. But sometimes that big open heart becomes vulnerable and breaks. Definitely going through what we're all going through for the first time in our lifetime. And gone untreated, our hearts can be more cynical and we lose a little piece of ourselves. Our metaphorical heart never fits back together like it used to, but it certainly heals and grows stronger with each challenge that it faces. Restorative yoga can open that grieving heart back up. We often talk about the heart, our center of compassion, encouraging our hearts to open and lifting and spreading the heart or the chest in poses. If you're familiar with camel pose or any sort of heart opener, we'll end with a heart opener this evening. But we also, when we open the heart, we deal with things that are hard and difficult, things that we may have pushed down. When your heart is heavy with grief, restorative yoga can quiet your thoughts, to slow life down, and to feel what's happening in the heart in order to heal it. Trying to find that sense of peace, owning those feelings, and watching them in your body. That experience can end up being rather empowering and peaceful. We'll take shapes that support the heart, release the back of the heart, like the first pose that you're in, releasing that tension or that heaviness. And I'll give you a choice at the end of depending on how you're feeling. I want you to pay attention to the emotions and how this practice is having an effect on you. Anytime your mind wanders, try to gently guide it back to this moment, to your breath and how your breath feels. If you haven't already, turning your gaze the opposite way to even out the throat. Slowly returning to the space. You can help yourself press up from that support, coming to hands and knees. You can step a foot back at a time, letting blood flow back into the knees. We're going to move the props out of the way, except that rolled up blanket. Feel free to have a blanket at the top of your mat, maybe unfolded, and then this rolled up blanket will be underneath the feet. We're going to come to belly facing Shavasana. So we just came from that fetal position, that inward pose, and we're going to sprawl out and blossom, but still be supported. The heart is still supported by the ground. So we're coming to our stomach. You can have the arms in any way that is comfortable. Maybe you cross them, you rest your forehead down or gaze to the side, or you can fold the blanket and use it as a pillow, anything that is comfortable. And this blanket is underneath the top of the feet, taking some back bend out of the shape. Again, you can take lashes off, anything that would prevent you from getting comfortable. Again, still breathing into the side body and the back body. You can feel the breath fill up from the low back to the mid back to the upper back, and release from the upper to the mid to the low. Following that ebb and flow of the breath. This is such an easy shape to take, but it's such a great way to tune everything out. Again, the heart still continues to be supported here. We require an unwavering commitment to our heart, to alignment, and to pure love. We have a responsibility to bear witness to the truth that we are the creator of our paths. So if you could make a commitment, a sankalpa, intention, let it be that you are committed to what's best for you and your heart, that you're willing to sit with what is the most uncomfortable pain of growth and change, something that, again, we are all going through right now, that you refuse to accept anything less than complete love and alignment. This is all hard for all of us. But try to let go of that grief. Try to put it down. I've been watching a lot of webinars, and a teacher said, lie underneath the table of your life. Let yourself be underneath it. Lie under the table of your life. Before pressing yourself up, feel free to bend the knees in towards the sit bone. You can wiggle the feet side to side, windshield wiper them. And then extend the legs back, take the hands underneath the shoulders, and press yourself back up. Moving mindfully and slowly. Again, there's no rush. We'll need our bolster again. Coming into the supported upper body twist. So we're felt that support in the opening, felt that support in the front to feel the opening in the back body. Now we're gonna try to find that twisting action to release any tension along the spine and the back of the heart. You can take any support, you can raise this up, or you can have it flat on the mat. And any variation of the legs, you can have them in deer, the zigzag, or you can stack them closer and have any blanket in between. Spinning towards your torso, or spinning your torso towards your support. Taking a deep breath in and exhale to lower. You can have your gaze in any direction. Just finding that twist in the torso and finding a comfortable position. We'll do this on both sides, so it does not matter on what side you start. And let yourself wrap around that support. Know that you are so much more than your thoughts, your fears, your pain. You're the love beneath it all, whispering that you will be okay. You have the capacity to hold your own heart at any moment, but here we're letting the props do that. You're giving yourselves a break. Beneath it all, there's always love. There's that fundamental state of being, a place of trust. Try to let go of any pent-up tension brewing in the belly, the lower back, or maybe in between the shoulder blades. Slowly pressing yourself up and away from that support. And you're simply going to gently, slowly spin to the other side and setting up in the same way. The side may feel different, making any adjustments. Before you fold, inhale for that length and exhale. Being mindful again of anything racing through the mind. Mindfulness is not an absence or emptiness of thoughts, but noticing when your mind goes astray or what is coming up. A direct result or what happens with restorative yoga or being at home for an uncertain amount of time is we're spending time with ourselves. We're spending time with our own hearts and our minds. And in a practice like this, meditation or restorative, is that eventual insight that we are not our thoughts. We are not our feelings, our experiences, our circumstances. When we are caught up in the pain or the hang-ups or the strong aversions to an experience, this practice teaches us to sit right in the middle of this moment. So we can learn to watch these experiences begin, play out, and pass. As you learn to see them for what they are, this is the exact moment you realize that there's always love available to you. And this love is a wise whisper from the heart telling you that you will be okay. We will all be okay. We need to keep meeting our own heart and mind any chance that we get and not get into that whirlpool of anxiety and heaviness and grief. Slowly pressing yourself up and away. And here, for our last pose, Shavasana, you have the choice to open up the front of the body and that heart opener, that chest opener. Please check in with yourself and see if that is something that you want this evening. If you want to explore further, do a little bit more work with that grief and what we're trying to let go of. If this has been a lot and you still feel vulnerable, feel free to take that support away. You can just lay down on your back and taking maybe something for underneath the head, taking those blocks or what you're using as blocks underneath the knees, and gently having the legs together, or the soles of the feet together, the knees wide, the support underneath the knees, and laying down. You can also take the bolster underneath the knees if you prefer not to have a heart opener. You can also have the legs long. You can even take that rolled up blanket or the bolster underneath the knees. If you would like to do a little bit more letting go, you can recline back on that bolster. You can raise it or leave it flat on the mat. Still coming into, or you have the choice to come back into that found angle with the support underneath. Bringing that support right to the lower back and reclining back. Feel free to have anything underneath the head. Arms can be out to the side. Again, Shavasana is our last shape, our corpse pose, letting go, effortless surrender. Taking in your practice. Not everyone likes to end in a heart opener. Sometimes it's too much. So you can make that choice, yogi's choice. Maybe next time you choose doing the heart opener, there's no right or wrong here. There's no judgment or criticism. Not from me. There shouldn't be any from yourself. Sometimes your heart doesn't feel ready to expand. There's an ebb and flow to that healing process. Building up time for your heart to heal, grow, and radiate outward. Every heart heals on its own time, its own time frame. Some days you'll need restorative yoga and the support of props. And other days you may need the support of friends, family, community. Being in touch with them virtually, phone calls, voice chat, text messages. Being in touch with them is really important right now. Being in touch with how you feel and giving yourself that space to grieve opens up that new path to finding answers and feeling complete despite what's going on. And know that you are worth this moment, you are worth that deeper breath. You are worth the time it takes to slow down, be still, and rest. Slowly start to arrive back to your space, to your mat, and to your body, noticing the rise and fall of the breath. Bringing movement back into the fingers and the toes. Depending on what shape that you took, you can take a full body stretch, reaching the arms up, extending the legs long, taking that full body stretch, coming back to life. And rolling to one side off of any support and pausing here to notice how your practice had an effect on you. What came up, what were you able to put down, let go. Noticing how your breath has changed from when you walked onto your mat. And slowly pressing yourself up back to a seat. Slowly and mindfully still. We'll place one hand on our heart and one on our belly. Feeling more calm and at ease and a little bit more open. Once more, giving yourself gratitude for practicing. I'll leave you with this quote from Jack Kornfield, meditation teacher. When your heart is open, I'm sorry, I'm quoting it wrong. When you can find peace when your heart is open, as vast as the ocean. Bringing the hands to heart center in Anjali Mudra. We'll seal our practice with a shared breath. Deep inhale in, then let it go. Namaste.